Welcome to Storyscapes. In our last episode for the year, we're enjoying a festive story. The story has it all: friendship, betrayal, a wild chase, and a Christmas lunch they'll never forget. Let's get into it. Picture it. A scorching December 25th in Joburg. Layla and Sihle had spent the night before at Club Afro Blaze, dancing under neon lights and pretending that they were Beyonce's cousins. But now, Christmas morning had arrived, and they were sprawled on the couch like overcooked force. Pass me the old gold, Sihle groaned, gesturing lazy towards the kitchen. You pass it, Layla shot back, her head pounding from last night's gin and tonic marathon. Amid the festive laziness, Sihle's phone buzzed. She squinted at the screen, scrolling through WhatsApp Christmas memes, baby Jesus in a keva, and Santa in a minibus taxi. Then she stumbled upon something that made her sit bolt upright: the Lotto results. "Layla!" she screamed, startling the cat off the counter. "It's us! We won!" Layla blinked, her mind too slow to process. Won what? A free pie from Pie City. Sihle shoved the phone in her face. There it was. The numbers they'd picked last night after finding that 20 rand outside a club. They'd won 10 million rand. Layla's mouth dropped open, her hangover forgotten. Screams echoed through the flats as they jumped up and down, knocking over a sad-looking plastic Christmas tree and spilling over a half-empty glass of Oros. The festive cheer was palpable, until, of course, the money talk began. As the scent of roasted chicken wafted through the air, because who's buying Woolworths turkey in Cyril's economy, Layla and Sihle's celebration turned sour. I picked the numbers, said Layla, casually tossing her braids over her shoulder as she lounged on the couch. Sihle froze, a spatula in hand. What? What do you mean you picked the numbers? I said we should play in the first place, and I chose that bonus number. That's what made us win. Layla laughed, a little too loudly. Sihle, you chose 11 because that's the number of your failed situationships this year. And, Sihle snapped, it was still the winning number. The argument escalated, spilling over into the kitchen where the chicken had been left unattended. Jealousy and resentment boiled over like a pot of unmonitored samp. You're always borrowing money from me, Layla said, pointing in an accusatory tone. And you're always ditching me for some guy who doesn't even reply to your texts, Sihle fired back. They were so loud their nosy neighbor, Auntie Sylvia, banged on the wall. Hey, keep it down. Christmas is for peace, not whatever this is. But nothing could stop them now. Their festive cheer had turned into a festive feud. Mid-argument, Layla stormed into her room, grabbing the Lotto ticket from her jacket pocket. You know what? Fine. You want to share so badly? She whipped out her phone and opened her banking app. I'm taking out a loan. Here's your cut of the imaginary money because all these winnings are mine. Sihle gasped, clutching at her chest. Taking out a loan? Are you mad? Layla smirked, waving the ticket like a victory flag. But before she could say another word, a gust of wind swept through the open window, rattling the tinsel on their sad tree. The ticket, as if possessed by the spirit of Christmas chaos, slipped from Layla's fingers and soared into the air. The ticket! Sihle screamed, diving for it. But it was too late. The ticket danced on the breeze, twirling out the window and landing smack dab in the street below, right at the feet of a homeless man dressed in a Santa hat and flip-flops. No ways, Layla whispered, frozen in shock. The man picked up the ticket, squinting at it. Then, his face lit up brighter than Joburg during load-shedding recovery. I won, he yelled, waving the ticket around like it was a golden ticket to Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. Layla and Sihle screamed in unison, bolting down the stairs in their mismatched pajamas. The Christmas lunch? Who cares? The Lotto millions? Gone with the wind. Or rather, with Santa from the streets. The streets were alive with the sound of groove and Christmas carols sung off-key by kids dragging their toy drums. Layla and Sihle darted through the chaos, dodging braai smoke and uncles dancing to kwaito tracks. Sir, that's our ticket, Sihle yelled. But the man was surprisingly nimble, weaving through the crowd like he was training for the comrades. Layla, barefoot and regretting it, winced as she stepped on a rogue thorn from someone's Christmas wreath. Sihle, I can't anymore. But you can when it's 10 million rand, Sihle shouted back, grabbing Layla's arm and dragging her forward. The chase took them past a car wash where the guys were pouring foam on a shiny BMW. And finally to the local park. The man stood atop a jungle gym, holding the ticket high, like Simba in The Lion King. "This is my blessing," he declared. Layla and Sihle collapsed onto the grass, too exhausted to argue. The man was gone before they could even catch their breath. By the time they returned home, the chicken was burnt, the chakalaka was cold, and the moods were sourer than expired amasi. Sihle flopped onto the couch. All that running for nothing. Layla sighed, tossing her braids over her shoulder. Friend, at least we tried. The silence between them stretched, heavy with everything they'd said to each other in the heat of the moment. "I'm sorry," Layla finally said, poking at the burnt chicken with a fork. "I shouldn't have been so greedy." Sihle sighed. "Me too, it's just we've been through so much together and I don't want money to come between us." They shared a smile, the kind only best friends can understand. Christmas wasn't about money or some really badly burnt chicken. It was about the people you love, even if they drive you crazy. And so, Christmas ended with Layla and Sihle sharing a slightly charred meal and laughing about their Lotto misadventure. The ticket was gone, but their friendship survived. And that homeless man? I hear he cashed in the winnings and bought himself a new trolley, a fresh pair of flip-flops, and a lot of pies. Because if there's one thing we know, it's that Christmas in Mzansi always comes with unexpected blessings, even if they're not yours. Thanks for tuning into Storyscapes. I'd love to hear what you thought about today's story. Please drop a comment and let's chat. If you enjoyed it, be sure to subscribe and share it with a friend. Please come back for our next adventure. Until then, keep imagining.